Hand claps to the massive brothers and sisters. We are finally back. We finally made it to another one. Another reaction on this Mystelics Reacts channel. Big up all the Mystelics family for dropping by. Some of you didn't turn up yesterday, you know. But of course, Indie was up, turn up today. Big up all yourself, all the Mystelics family. And of course, the newcomers today, big up all yourself for tuning in to see what's up in this vibrations. Of course, I'm your boy Mystelics. But these are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, brothers and sisters. I want to see what you guys have to say. Interact with me as I interact with you. Lay down my thoughts in that regard right there, brothers and sisters. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button and subscribe and turn on the post notification if you've not done so yet. Subscribe, brothers and sisters. Click the bell and click all so be notified when I drop my videos right there and then. Anyways, brothers and sisters, without further ado, let us get into the vibrations right there. My voice is a bit hot, but of course, you can see something that is hot right now. Manico, brothers and sisters. Manico making ding dong yesterday, brothers and sisters. You see, I have stated this before and I've said it again. It seems like they are blaming the Manico for some reason or the other. Yesterday in Portsmouth, lights went twice. Twice, brothers and sisters. Upper Picard and then lower Picard. I don't know how much Manico that attacking wires like that for them to say, oh, it's Manico. Lie them tell lie. Them a tell lie, I tell you. Lie them a tell. so they'll say, no, lie them a tell, brothers and sisters. It's not no Manico. They willfully doing this. They turned off the electricity yesterday. I don't believe it's no Manico. People want to make memes and think Manico that causing rampage in the place. Well, the Manico's them responding and say, you know what? Shovel your dirty ways. Of course, Madonna Rose, president of the Meek and Mild Manico Association of Dominica. Mad. That's crazy right there. Wishes to inform the public that none of her members are responsible for the electrical outage that happened tonight and of course this morning. Madonna vehemently denies the claims that the previous outage are the fault of her son, Manson, who is clinically blind. He's clinically blind, he cannot see. Brothers and sisters, much less to know how to turn off the thing. Them people are turning it off, brothers and sisters. You can't tell me you have outage from since they call Manico, the Manico that whatever. Maybe it was Manico, I don't know, but I find that light going too often nowadays, brothers and sisters, for people to want to say, oh, it's Manico that caused the rampage. Nonsense! Stop all your dirty ways, man. Stop it. Dumb like that taking their own electricity and want to blame it on Manico. I don't one thing only come and lie to us the other day, wanting us to talk about load management when his load shedding all he was doing. Today, when only having all your schedule, or you even put in load management again. Only never put load management. Only just change the word so that people say, oh, load management, load shedding they're doing. Now they blaming Manico. Ah, yeah. Stop your dirty ways, man. Anyways, the president apparently reassured the public that electrical wires do not form part of their diet. And as such, that's one of the things that is very interesting to me. It doesn't form part of the diet. All of a sudden, we have Manico going rampant all over the place. To the point where Manico just don't care if vehicles pass in. They just don't care. I see that how much time I cover my bright light and blowing on peep. Manico just don't care. They just don't care at all. Manico. Much less the Manico does decide to go and turn off man electricity. Stop your dirty ways, Dominic. It's only that doing that right there. Anyways, wires is not part of the diet, they stated, and as such would appreciate if all the lies by Dominica Electricity Service Ltd cease immediately, or else she will bite random linesmen. Linesmen going to bite soon. Manico, you think Manico is Manico about to go on rampage? Well, apparently, I see some people catching Manico, and it seems like it's not going to make it making. Dominica have a new product. We don't have much apparently. We have a set of resources we don't use. So people checking they want to make Manico ice cream. People just eat Manico, you know, brothers and sisters. That's so crazy right there. People eating Manico, brothers and sisters. So might as well get some Manico milk. Squeeze the titties of the Manico and get some milk to make ice cream. Just the other day they tell me about cockroach milk. Yes, cockroach milk. They said, go and Google it yourself, brothers and sisters. They said cockroach milk better than cow milk. So they want people to start drinking. Human beings just freak me out, you know, boy. They want humans to start drinking cockroach milk, brothers and sisters. Boy, That is truly something else right there. Anyways, apparently somebody is also indicating when I tell them that they take electricity last night and I blaming them. So they say, don't blame the animals, it's the Wasco that taking light. It's not them taking it, you know. It's the Wasco. The Wasco that taking light, man. I sure it's dumb like that person wanted to say, but they said the Wasco. So we blaming the Wasco and Domlek. We don't blaming no Manico for taking light. Well, apparently, Triple K, they make Triple K on the verge of making some. Boy, look trouble. That right. Boy, look trouble. That's right. Boy, people don't easy, you know, boy. Hey, anyways, they say stop blaming the Manico. The Manico management said stop blaming them. Domlek, take your blow, take your blame, man. Take your blame, man. Anyways, brothers and sisters, we have something very interesting that is taking place right there. And apparently it seems like there's some more layoffs coming from Clare Harbor, which of course we have been hearing from time to time. But Clare Harbor is about to close, all kind of things right there. Anyways, this is April 1st. Hopefully this is not a joke. It's not geeky. You playing with the lives of people to make joke and tell them, oh, April Fools, when it comes April 2nd, they say where he was. Oh, I thought you would tell me I fired. No, brothers and sisters, apparently this might, well, not might, I saw something else on that regard. But anyways, we're going to read it right there. Temporary layoff notification. This is not a joke. Thank you so much for meeting us today. April 1st, 2025, this letter serves to document our conversation informing you and all those who received this letter that due to reduction in business activities, which apparently seems to be happening of very much late, brothers and sisters, very much late. Back in the day, well, you know, certain things can happen. You never know. Anyways, due to the reduction in business activities, we must implement a temporary layoff effective April 1st, 2025. So the unemployment rate in Dominica is about to increase yet again. In accordance with the laws of the Commonwealth of Dominica, this temporary layoff will not exceed 6 weeks. So hopefully they find more jobs right there, brothers and sisters, to come back in that regard right there. But you know you're not getting paid for 6 weeks. So you might have to go and sell grapefruit and orange just like we used to do back in the day. You have to do some farming, or thank God Dominica sustains itself. Go and eat some farm. Well, if you are rent, well, tell the person them to hold on, landlord, please. Hold on, please. Okay, 6 weeks. Oh, they know it's 6 weeks. What make you think it's... Anyways, that's what they say, yeah? Anyways, should circumstances change before the hand of this period, we will notify you accordingly. And of course, additionally, we want to ensure you are aware of the conditions associated with this process. And we encourage you to reach out should you need further clarification. Would you be paying us during that time? Would be nice. Claire does make plenty money, you know. Anyways, we sincerely apologize for any inconvenience. Why they always say, don't like to say they like to apologize for any inconvenience caused, as if they care. You know, it's just something nice to say. But I don't know what is happening in Clare Harbor. It's just that we've heard this thing so much. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. Deeply appreciate your dedication and contribution to Clare Harbor. Our Human Resource Department will remain fully available to you. Hopefully, all you want to say dedication. No problem. Well, pay them during that time now. Pay them during that time. Tell them show up to work and come and clean or something. Do something. We want to keep you guys there and make some monies. If you really care, to come and say, oh, we have to lay you off because this and that, this and that. Clare Harbor making dirty piece of change. They have in the vault, man. They can do something about this. Tell me I lied, somebody. Tell me I lied. Anyways, it says our Human Resource Department reach out to them, blah, 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 throughout this period, and will provide updates as necessary, no later than the 6-week time frame. We kindly ask that as measure of our PCIs, you know, that guidelines right there, you return all company property. So they letting you go for real. 6 weeks, no pay. No pay. All right. If you have to leave the country, please. Because you never know. There is another one we getting again. More businesses leaving Clare Harbor, not true? All right. Should you have any questions or concerns, especially when it comes down to Donald Trump and them pushing for more businesses to run in the United States, not outside? Clare Harbor, you know you in that, right? They want you to come inside the United States, not outside. So you know that's going to be a problem right there. Should you have any questions or concerns regarding this layoff or any other matter, please do not hesitate to contact. What you calling them for? Give me back my job? What we con? I don't understand. But anyways, they say if you have any problems, I'll contact them, and say, hey, what about giving me some severance pay now? Severance pay for the 6 weeks. No problem. I will take half. I'll take quarter. Something. But apparently they don't want it. They tell bring back all the property of Clairbo for them, please. Anyways, I saw this one that was before this whole situation taking place, and this is what an individual had to say right there. Claire Harbour was the best thing that happened to Dominica boy. I highly doubt that is the case. Ross University was the best thing that ever happened to Dominica. Ross, that ever, beyond the geese, them people, Ross University was the best thing that ever happened to the Dominican people, because about 30 to 40% GDP factor we're talking about right there. Anyways, this person is saying based off their experience, Claire Harbour was the best thing that happened to Dominica boy, and sadly it's shutting its doors piece by piece. Yes, piece by piece. I hope all you know what's going on in the world. I tell you already, Donald Trump wants businesses to come back inside the United States, and if you're outside the United States, well, if you don't know, well, you don't know. Anyways, I cannot picture myself getting less than $9.80 an hour. That you cannot picture yourself getting less. Okay. Anyways, $9.80 an hour out there is little money, and still not giving you overtime like how Clairbo used to. I remember Ross used to give us some dirty piece of overtime, brothers and sisters. Some absolutely dirty. That overtime was dirty. Yes, that is dirty. You would think is the D word in that I involve in, man. When you see you get your paycheck, guys, I used to smile. Sometimes my actual overtime itself will be higher than my paycheck, my normal salary, Yes, and not just me alone, I know other people. Yo, I remember, never forget when my that was the best boss, a white boss I had, man. That was the best boss, man. Mr. Check-in, I good with the students and all those kind of things there. The boy tell me, anytime on campus, just claim overtime. It's interesting, brothers and sisters, that the very people who are foreigners wanted you to make more money, and then the Dominican folks in Ross was trying to prevent you. But that is something else, So I understand the sentiment of that person right there, because apparently when you go to work in other companies, they don't want to pay you overtime. That's why if I work in for these companies, 8 o'clock you see me there, I don't come in at 7:55, But that, I come in there directly 8 o'clock, and I leave in directly 4 o'clock. If I in a meeting or whatever, 4 o'clock, I gone. You give me overtime? No. Why stay there for? Anyways, this is just me, brothers and sisters. But anyways, this person is saying they cannot picture themselves getting less than $9.80. So $9.79. Anyways, that was very interesting. You're so specific on $9.80. But of course, that person is making a claim that they used to make some dirty piece of overtime, and of course they touch at least 1,800 for a fortnight. Well, that is kind of crazy and very small right there, brothers and sisters. What? You're doing overtime and $1,800 you get. But then again, when I used to work at Claire Harbour, well, quote unquote work, brothers and sisters, I did the training, and then Ross called me the Monday that I was supposed to graduate. So I left one time. Anyways, they were paying us $1,100 and maybe $50 for the month. For the month. This person is saying, oh, fortnightly, so that's about $3,600 for the month, because you're making a set of overtime. Okay, well, okay, all right. But I remember back in the day for the month when you did training for Clairbo, was $1,150. Give more, a little more, a little less. I can't remember exactly, but I remember 1,100 right there. But the person, of course, seems to be doing some wonderful job when it comes on to overtime. You might as well make your money, my brother or sister, whoever you are. Make your money right there, boss. Of course. But of course, what's indicated right there, outside of Claire Harbour is $6.25 an hour and $7.25 an hour. How people living off that? Well, imagine people living less than that, people living less than that, boy, in that Dominica. Thank God that Dominica sustains its people with the God-given fruits, hallelujah, that have been sent from heaven. The manna from heaven is in Dominica, ensuring that the people stay alive despite the wickedness of the government. Because remember, back in the day, Claire Harbour wanted to pay people in what? US dollars. And the government, Dominican Labour Party, tell them no. Why? Because they didn't want to lose their members. The people that work in government didn't want to lose. Don't pay them that amount. Can you imagine? More money coming into Dominica to circulate to help develop the people. The Dominican Labour Party told them not to do so. Ay. Brothers and sisters, and keeping standard of labor rules or whatever, but increase it now. Let the money come in so people can start doing their businesses here and their entrepreneurship. You are spending power. Brothers and sisters, they destroyed that, and people still going out there and crying, they last Claire going when the very government prevented them from actually paying people what is totally due unto them. Brothers and sisters, render to Caesar the things that are truly Caesar's. If you come in a country, what is it? Is it no Mesekwi? All right. Come in the country and you're trying to offer the people a better, just like when Samaritan person, these people come down, and we're trying to pay Dominicans in US because of the hurricane. You say at least during that time, let them pay them in US dollars now. The government still say no, we. They still say no, we, boy. DLP, Dominican Labour Party government that did this. Brothers and sisters, the amount of money that could be racked up as a result of this. Alas. But still, when they were paying people in EC dollars, a few people were able to build a liquor house here and there and organize themselves. Can you imagine if they were paying the people in US dollars with all the contributions that were being received? Can you imagine the kind of development and thing that would happen as a result of this? But Scary them said, no, we. And people, boy, all you do easy, boy, humans, boy. Ay. Anyways, outside Claire about 625, 725. Let alone people with kids, last week. Or people paying rent, last. Wow. I pray a new client comes to Claire Harbour. Yes, we need a little employment, Dominica. Last week, the little thing that we get in there. Young people have no future at all. Here my advice is run. Not me alone that tell people leave, but sisters, I tell all you leave Dominica. Some of us are fortunate to be able to work in online, brothers and sisters. A lot of people are not fortunate at all to do such a thing. At least, my goodness gracious, some money is coming in. In Dominica, brothers and sisters, you have to try your best to compete with farmers. You never farmed before, but you're out there trying to pick coconut for you to try to see if you can exploit people to sell coconut for $5. And they're trying to bring it up now, $6. Guess I'll be a trouble is that now, boy. Be a trouble. And sometimes the coconut, they point it in the bottle and they sell the bottle for $10. The same thing you would normally get for $2.50 and $3. They want because it's a bottle now. You don't even eat it in nana. Anyways, brothers and sisters, you get my point right there. So this is very interesting when it comes down to the situation. Claire Harbour definitely most likely helped when it comes down to that situation, when it comes down to unemployment. But things are happening in the country and people need to be aware of this. Leave. That is the greatest advice you can get. Brothers and sisters, sorry that I have to say this, but the best advice I can give you is leave. If you are able to work online, the best place for you to come is in Dominica. Because you'll be making your US dollars or your European dollars, wherever, your pound sterling, whatever, brothers and sisters, you'll be making it online. And then when you come down here, the currency is much more cheaper. But buy your stuff before you come down. Buy your stuff before you come down, because that's another problem right there. So buy your stuff, come down and work online, and you'll be able to make your big amount of monies, and then it converts at least by 3 times when it comes down to the standard of living in Dominica. If you buy a bread in America for $1 and you buy a bread in Dominica for $1, the dollar in America is much higher than the dollar in Dominica. You understand the sentiment right there. So if you're able to do such a thing, do it, brothers and sisters. Don't be shy about it. Do it right there. Claire Harbour offered that opportunity. Hopefully, if the United Workers Party or somebody come in, they will say, okay, yes, pay them in US dollars. We very much appreciate that, because they wanted to do so. And they caused the very people not to get it. Don't you think that this is intentional? What is happening to Dominicans, brothers and sisters, is by design. It is by design. No way, shape, or form you can think of it. Right there. Talking about design, brothers and sisters. 3 more patriots apparently have been released after being arrested for protesting the right of the people to protest. That's how big trouble is that. They are Ed John Baptist, Selvin Powell, and Alvin James. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th from the left in the picture, alongside their lawyers, as you can see right there. 3rd, 4th. What is it? 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, these individuals that you're seeing right there. Of course, we know one of them is known as Woody of Woody's Pizza. A very strong. He's a hero, brothers and sisters. A hero in Dominica when it comes down to standing for right by the people, brothers and sisters. No police can tell you they have right to 12. Nonsense, brothers and sisters. Nonsense. Look at our police, brothers and sisters. Somebody indicated this to me, and I agree that sentiment to a certain extent. The war is not with the police. Half of the police don't support what is going on, this wasteful government, brothers and sisters. The police sadly just doing their puppet master job. They're just following orders. The real action is to shut down the country, I agree. But that will never happen because too many people depending on government crumbs. Yes, brothers and sisters, the breadcrumbs or kickbacks to survive. Scared them still passing whatever they want in parliament. Life as usual, brothers and sisters. This is why you have to leave. Brothers and sisters, you have to leave, brothers and sisters. You cannot operate in a country that claims it's a democracy and you're trying to struggle. You're trying to struggle to survive it. Brothers and sisters, you don't have a choice. You have to try to suffer, try to struggle to survive in Dominica. And people just there scaring them, enriching themselves. Talking about enriching themselves, brothers and sisters. Wow, look, we are covered his acting police and JJ, his deputy right there. Very interesting times that we're living in. And this came after the whole situation that took place with the protests. This came after, brothers and sisters, after they're rewarding them for the dirty ways that they have. Imagine that. Rewarding police. Now, like I indicated before, I agree that the police is not the problem. Some of them are. Not all. Some of them definitely are. And hopefully the justice system reigns supreme. Brothers and sisters, when it comes down to this act. We actually have a policeman, a former police officer, right there, Nicholas George. And this is what he has to say in that regard right there.
I've said it before and I'm saying it again. This denial of the citizenry to justice in Dominica through the institutions set up to bring justice to the citizenry will result in the citizenry taking their justice. They will take their justice.
You know why I understand that sentiment, brothers and sisters? I understand that sentiment with the analogy. Well, not analogy, it's actually a real thing right there. But you understand the sentiment right there. Brothers and sisters, if a dog is scared of you and it is backed in the corner and you are walking towards that dog, you know what's going to happen? The scared dog will so all of a sudden become brave and start going forward towards you because it knows that even if it's scared, it will never escape unless it goes forward. And sometimes in its going forward, what's going to happen? It might get licked, but it definitely will bite you. It will definitely bite you because you are in its way, brothers and sisters, and it'll do whatever it takes for it to escape from your dirty hard grips right there, brothers and sisters. This is a sentiment right there. You push the citizens so much, brothers and sisters. Well, then again, sometimes you wonder if Dominican is a really real place for real, because you check in, but the Dominican people, all you don't see, all you get in blows. All you don't see that. When you have to be reliant on Clay Harbor, a foreign company, brothers and sisters, in the merit, when Dominica has so much resources. This is by design, I tell you. What is happening in Dominica is by design. Ruled by some wicked, dirty, dimple-looking people.
They will gain their justice. They will decide and define their justice. When they do that, it will come in direct confrontation with the laws of Dominica and the people enforcing the law. It is in the view or the mind, maybe in the view and the mind of the chief of police, that he has sufficient police officers to suppress an angry people. He has sufficient firearms and ammunition to suppress an angry people. And therefore, the political directorate on Roosevelt Skerritt's side are seemingly dependent on that force. I am warning. There aren't sufficient police officers and there aren't sufficient firearms or ammunition to suppress an angry people if they rise when they feel that they have no recourse but to take action to bring justice to themselves, the citizenry of Dominica, and the nation state of Dominica. I am saying to the chief of police, now is the time to make an assessment of the political heat that is in Dominica.
You think they can do that? Really? You think the police can do? They just upgrade them for the dirty thing that they do. They just upgrade them. They upgrade them. You think somehow they're going to just start getting a conscience once again? When they are benefiting whatever monies or increase that they get, whatever benefit that they have now? You think this all of a sudden going to think? Brothers and sisters, I always remember the thought process of slaves. Slaves used to sell out slaves when they try to escape. Can you imagine that? Slaves used to sell out other slaves to the white masters or to whoever masters, brothers and sisters. They were black masters as well. When black people also had slaves at point in times as well. But anyways, the slaves used to sell out their own selves, their own people, so that they can give them some level of breadcrumbs. That is not what is happening, brothers and sisters. It's interesting that we're using the term slavery for the very police individuals who think, for some reason or the other, that their life going to be forever nice. You see, when people have been beaten for so long, brothers and sisters, they will sell out their brothers. Yes, sorry about that, brothers and sisters. They will sell out their brothers. They will sell out their sisters. They will sell out everybody. They will sell out everybody, brothers and sisters, because they're trying to get ahead. They're thinking of me. When the rest of the people thinking about everybody else. I will never forget that example, and I keep repeating over and over. Bus drivers were protesting for better conditions for bus drivers, and bus drivers were protesting against the same bus drivers, wanting betterment for all bus drivers. You think something is wrong with the human condition when it comes down to that sentiment right there? It's like the humans are scared. Hey, don't do this, stop, don't do this. Don't try to free yourself. No, don't do it. You will get us in trouble. You get massive X. Really? The very people who are supposed to be masters are turning the servants into the masters. It's very interesting.
He must make an independent assessment as to how these degrees are rising on the political thermometer of Dominica. Don't allow it to get in the red merely because the red party is ruling.
Well, the main situation I always tell people and sisters, leave Dominica. Just leave. Like I said before, if you're able to work online, come Dominica or come somewhere in the Caribbean where the living condition is much cheaper. The living conditions, you come down Dominica, you can pay $400 for a rent or whatever, with a nice area for $500, really nice area, you good to go. In America, you might have to pay $2,000 Well, make your $5,000, come down Dominica and spend $400 for rent. Or not even sometimes, not even all that. You might end up paying like $500-600 EC dollars for rent, $700 per month EC dollars, which is about what, 300, 200 and something, 300 and something US dollars. Ladies, brothers and sisters, I saw something very interesting right there, and I had to point it out in that regard. This is none other than Burkina Faso, brothers and sisters. Burkina Faso, this individual has decided to do things for his people, just like Trump is doing for America. He has decided to elevate his people, brothers and sisters. Burkina Faso President Ibrahim Traoré, whatever, Ibrahim, brothers and sisters, declares his assets. That's something I think Dominica needs to do right there. You did agree or disagree? We're hearing people who own in all sorts of buildings. We've seen all sorts of buildings popping up in the place. When asked who for this building, nobody know. We have an idea, no. But apparently nobody know who for these buildings. Big buildings and an economy that's not doing well. We complain that Dominica have money, and all of a sudden big buildings just popping up all over the place. Not true? All right. Declaring assets is vital. He declares assets, brothers and sisters. And of course, he's worth about $130,000 right there. Burkina Faso's 37-year-old president, Ibrahim, has declared his total net worth Of course, Abraham declares that he is worth about 130,000 US dollars. Of course, about 3.5, 3.6 million in their currency right there. He has instructed everyone serving in his government. No time for corruption, brothers and sisters. No time to get my handout, and if you don't give my handout, I vex with you, and I go to talk, and as a result of you going to talk, then they have to increase your salary, so you shut your mouth and not say nothing. Isn't that what is happening in Dominica? I don't know. You will let me know that, brothers and sisters. But of course, he has instructed everyone serving in his government to declare their assets by Monday, 24th March 2025, right there. That was about, what, 6 days ago? Adding to the failure to which will attract a speedy persecution or prosecution. Right there, he has warned that whoever makes false declaration to appear rich will be punished, warning that he won't entertain corruption. Isn't that a president or prime minister? Or is a president, but isn't something like that Dominica supposed to have? Dominica is riddled with corruption. We know it riddled with corruption. You want to pretend as if it's not. We know for a fact Dominica is riddled with how much corruption that is taking place in government. And the police staying quiet because they're giving them positions for them to stay quiet. Boy, are you good in that place there? He has instructed good governance right there. Not just that, he has been doing wonderful things for his people. Anyways, Abraham has rejected his salary increment, saying he will continue to get paid what was due to him as a soldier before he took over government in Burkina Faso. We need some soldiers to take over. Not true? But who? Brothers and sisters, them soldiers in America will have to come down and take over. However, Ibrahim has also banned all those serving in government from doing any business with the state. He says the move is aimed at curbing corruption. I think what he's doing is a wonderful job. And of course, he's very area, brothers and sisters. If you learn about him, I learned about him, brothers and sisters. He has been doing wonderful things, making sure that the farmers are getting what they need, making sure that the truckers are getting what they need, and they're making sure they put their people first. Just like what Trump is doing. Security is doing the complete opposite. He's putting his people last and then making the police go after them, those who are frustrated by the efforts of what security is doing against Dominica and Dominicans. The entire Dominica Labour Party, what they're doing against Dominicans is making sure the police go to do what they are not supposed to be doing, completely ignoring the Constitution. And Skerrit came and said, no law or Constitution going to stop him. Well, we will see about that. All right. Just know the US is watching it. Just remember that. Just remember that. You see why they're closing on these corresponding banks? Are they having problems doing certain things? You think this is by mistake? You think, okay. All right. Anyway, brothers and sisters, look out for EU in a moment, eh? Look out for European Union. Remember, I know what I told you. I told you that since last year. I told you that, you know. Okay. Don't worry if me still. Don't worry if me still, Papa. Anyway, brothers and sisters, I had the DP, DSU, letter, but I'm gonna skip that, brothers and sisters. I'll do that tomorrow. Look into that vibrations right there. But kudos to the individuals out there who are actually doing things for their people. I mean, sometimes when they put in certain things, it might hurt other countries. But brothers and sisters, we have to start looking for ourselves. I remember the Kenyan Prime Minister, or if I'm not one of the African Prime Ministers, he said, "All you always talking about Trump doing this and putting tariff and all kind of things." It is time for us to focus on ourselves. In Dominica, the government himself literally working against the people so that he can benefit some way, somehow. People from overseas, Canada and other places try to come down to Dominica for them to try to boost up, which is kind of insane. But they still try to come to boost up Dominica, brothers and sisters. When they come to try to elevate and do some sort of business in Dominica, the government officials are telling them, what is in it for me? What is in it for me? And we wonder why Dominica is not going forward. Okay, stay there still. Stay there still, brothers and sisters. Anyways, let me know your thoughts, brothers and sisters. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Comment in the comment box below, brothers and sisters. If you understand or agree with what I'm saying, click the thumbs up button. If you disagree, let me know why you disagree in the comment box below. But I appreciate you guys. Click the thumbs up button in that regard. And of course, if you've not done so, subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you can get more videos and reactions as they tend to come through right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, be real. Salute the king always. Be positive.